have to mix this tea though.
Yay, Hannah's here. Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Rebel, and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and I have Lori and Elizabeth with me today.
Oh, there went Lori.
Lori went bye-bye. I'm back,
She'll be back.
Lori. Y'all, we've already had technical difficulties. My camera keeps freezing, so who knows how long this is going to stay on live. But hopefully Lori will be back here in a second.
She said she was dealing with a new phone that required
if your camera goes out,
wireless
I think your audio
headsets
still works.
and stuff.
Just keep talking.
Yeah. For those who are joining in already, if my camera goes out, it's just going to go out because we're going to have to figure this out. We are trying to use StreamYard this time instead of OBS, hoping for less issues with the talkovers. And
so if we have technical issues, it's Elizabeth's fault this time, not mine.
I'll take the blame.
No, it really does seem like it's pretty seamless the way it works.
Yeah.
We're just having some sort of technical issue with this camera. StreamYard keeps losing the camera for some reason, and I use this camera all the time, so who knows why.
It would help if I was actually on this. Okay, are you there now? All right. So this is going to be just a working live. I haven't done my packages yet. I'm not sure what the other ladies want to talk about or do, but ask your questions. And, Elizabeth was with me last week, but go ahead. Each of you take turns telling people about yourself, where you're at, what platforms, what experience, anything you want to share with the group.
Well, since they met me last week, Lori should go first.
Oh, yay.
Tell about herself.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Lori. I'm a reseller, full-time reseller. I live down in Florida Keys, near Key West, and I sell a lot on Poshmark. Poshmark was my main platform for a long time, and then I branched into eBay, and that's taken off. So I think that's turning into my main platform, and I am seriously just so excited to be here with you guys. This is, I'm really lonely down here. I don't have people to go shopping, nothing. And I was thinking, there's got to be somewhere where we can just get together, kind of like a, Zoom, and then no shit, like 5 minutes later, this one up here says, if anyone's interested in doing like a working live, I'm like, yes, it was instant. So that was so awesome. And I'm just happy. I'm nervous right now. And I'm a chatty Cathy. You'll soon figure that out. But thanks for having me, Rebel. This made my day. Seriously.
Excellent. I thought this would be so much more fun with just us, not somebody else who's, got their own thing going, just normal people. Because
we are so unique in our job, we are so unique in this job too, that like trying to explain it to anybody or, work with even my husband, he helps me, but he doesn't do it. So even to work with him, it's just the camaraderie is not thus of a reseller, right?
We have a mileage tracker on our phone, and there's days a week that I don't leave my house. I'm just here, and there's nobody but Robert to talk to.
Right.
See how he treats me.
Oh, so funny. All right.
That's
I got to
awesome. Take
a drink of my tea real quick. So but anyways, thanks for having me, Rebel. And I watched last week, so I got to know Lizzie in my mind, she's a friend in my head now.
Awesome. Yeah, we were just chatting when Rebel and Robert were getting all the bugs worked out and realized that we were both in Florida, so still far apart from each other. I mean, the state of Florida, if you started at Pensacola and then drove east and then south, I don't even know how far that is. That's like across the country. But I'm in Central Florida, so I'm like halfway between Pensacola, one end and the other. But yeah, so you guys met me last week, and I realized when I went back and rewatched it that I probably didn't even say. I'm trying to remember now because I thought, well, I didn't even say like about my reselling. I think I just introduced myself, or maybe I don't even remember now. But I took over our eBay store that my husband started probably in 2015 or something, or maybe even earlier than that. I don't even know. And at the time, I had 2 part-time jobs. He had a full-time job, but his dad was really wanting, his dad is still an eBay seller and suggested that he get, do it as like a side income. And I thought I would help out, but I hated it. I didn't want to do listings. I didn't want to do anything but just go buy more books to sell, or people would give us books, things like that. And I think I did say that much last week. Anyway, long story short, I just retired from Disney with COVID. I was part-time, but I had enough full-time hours and I'm old enough to retire with my pension. So I did that, and we have a special needs daughter who's at home with us. She's 20. She's graduated, and we're not sending her to any out of the house programs because we just would rather limit the exposure. So she's home, and I am I'm here with her. And I said to my husband, well, why don't I just take over eBay? Because you're not doing anything with it anyway. So why don't I just do it? And then whatever money we make, we'll use that to renovate the kitchen. Because we had a couple years ago added on to our house and built a garage and a bedroom bathroom for our youngest daughter, who just turned 18 last month and has graduated from high school last year and is working, going to college and all that. So I started in September 1st, and I started with a goal to list 5 things a day. I've done it some. I sort of lost my momentum over the holidays, but I've been trying to get back into it. Right now, I'm just selling stuff around the house and things that people have given me, like scrapbook stuff. I'm working today on, I just took pictures of some scrapbook supplies, some paper and stuff. That's what I've got. I've got a box of sealed packages right here that I've photographed, and then half or more of the box are packages that may have been opened. So I've got to, while I'm sitting here, I thought I would check through those and see if they're complete, and then I'll have stuff to work to photograph for tomorrow. I do my I start my draft listings on my phone. So the ones I just took pictures of, I'm probably going to go ahead and put those pictures in while I'm sitting here. So if I'm looking down, I'm listening, but I'm just working on that. And then if we're still on when I finish that, then I'll work on this scrapbook paper.
See, I went to the Miami Bins yesterday.
Amy from the Hustle Couple, because I know she just put out on her group that I was going live. So thank you, Miss Amy. She's right there. That's an excellent show to watch, you guys. Amy, I know what I have. I just got them in the mail. That's where I learned them from.
Retro clean, yes.
This is something she used to stuff a stuffed animal that was really in bad shape.
Oh, cool.
Just dingy.
So you just soak it in it?
She soaked it in this and then sold that plush for $99. So,
wow.
And then I'm going to try this too, ink and stain remover. But it's kind of like a paste. I use alcohol for most of the stuff that I try to get off, but this one's like a paste. So it's going to be for like heavy duty stuff. But,
and of course, if all else fails, peroxide and a Q-tip.
Yeah,
that's what she always says. So, okay, Amy, I'm so excited that you're out here. Or I'm assuming it's Amy, or it might be Dan, or it might be both. But she said she watched last week. So, Amy, I got to tell you, I know you think I'm like probably insane because I have commented to like 50 of your videos now. Rebel, after you told me that you've been watching it, okay, so let me just start over. When I found Rebel, I watched a few of her newer stuff, and then I was like, okay, I just have to go back and watch everything. So I went back to the very beginning, and then I didn't watch anything new from there. I just started at the beginning, and I watched every video from the beginning to the current, and I commented to all of them, partly for 2 reasons. Here's my comment to all the videos if I'm going to try to like watch them all. It helps me see what videos I've already watched. Like if I go on a video and I've already commented, then I'm like, okay, I already watched that. And also because that's how you get to know someone. I'm sure that people who watch my videos and have watched a lot of them, but if they don't comment, I don't know them and I can't get acquainted with them. So Amy, I hope you don't think I'm not a stalker. I promise. I just wanted to comment.
I feel that way too when I comment on people's stuff. I'm like, oh yes. It's so
And
exciting.
I'm the opposite. I'm the one that doesn't comment, and I need to because I have watched tons of their videos now, but it's just like on autopilot over here.
Yeah.
And I'm just working away and
Right.
listening all day long.
Yeah, if you're working. Oh, Amy, you don't have to respond to all of them. It's totally fine. It really 50% of the reason is so I can remember which ones I've already watched. So, and also because I wanted to get to know you guys. So yeah, I know it does help. I see her comments. But and that's my part, commenting. You know what I'm really horrible about, and it's a simple thing, is clicking like. I like all the videos. I just forget to click. So, but I comment.
Fine. If I like you, I'll just jump on and do it right away so I don't forget. I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna forget. What am I gonna do? All of a sudden, nope. I don't. So I just get in there.
There's no way to know. I wish there was a way, and if there is, somebody can tell me. There's no way to know who actually clicked like on your videos. I wish that you could, because like if I get a lot of likes on a video and only a couple of comments, I'm thinking, well, who are the people out there who didn't say anything but watched? Because I would like to say hello to you, you know.
Right.
I love comments though.
I do not know.
What's that?
I said, I don't know how to tell, but yeah.
I don't think there's a way to do it.
And the dislikes, which hurts my feelings, but that's all right.
Who does that? Who does that? I want to know who they are.
And
I
why?
go all the way through and then just hit don't like. Like, I want to know. I need to know. I think I commented on one of the hustle couples back like a long time ago when they showed the not likes. Like, he used to show you how many people didn't like it. Now it doesn't show it. But
right.
But
it doesn't. I thought it did.
Four people don't like. Who the is this mother? I want to find them. Who doesn't?
Yeah,
like
if you
it?
go into your
There's
content,
like 500 likes, one dislike, of course.
Yeah, if you go into your content, it'll tell you you've got 1 thumbs down and 9. And
that would hurt my feelings.
Exactly. But there's always going to be those people. All right, we've had a couple of questions now. Somebody asked about shipping plush, right?
Yeah, there we go.
There's criteria to this. Depends on what it is made of. Like if it's a stiff vintage toy like Care Bears or some of the others that I find, then never. I don't care if it weighs 8 ounces. I would never put it in a poly bag. But if it's just normal plush, like today, I'm shipping this Walmart bear. There's nothing on it that could get damaged. Then I'll put this in a poly bag. If it's over a pound, save your money on your poly bags and use. Lori's gone again. There you are. Use a priority box. If it's over a pound, use a priority box because, it's free. So that's if it's under 15 ounces and there's nothing about it that could get damaged, then definitely use poly bags. If it's high dollar, then sometimes I still box it. $100 plush doesn't really need to be going into a poly bag. I'll usually, especially for the insurance purposes, I'll put it in a priority box. But
okay, I can't see a chat, so I don't know.
Look on your side. There's 2 columns. One says private and one says comments. Click on the comment and you'll see the chat.
I'm glad you guys had experience with
on your right side.
You know what though? I'm just opening it up through a browser. I'm not using the app, so I don't know if that's probably.
Are you on your phone or computer?
I'm on my iPad because my computer wasn't. It was updating, so I just threw my iPad on. But I didn't put the app on this yet, so I'm just going through the.
There should be a way.
I mean, my feelings aren't hurt that I can't see it because I can barely do everything.
The ADHD in me is like
exactly. But I could take turns with you, Lizzie, if you want to do that, and then I'll download the app so that way, when I can see it, I'll take over and look.
Okay, you shouldn't have to have the app to do it though, like to go on somebody else's live. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
I'm just to see the chat because there's no other buttons like you said, like private. I don't.
Is there anything that says private chat?
No, it just says no.
Okay.
It says it just has a little picture of me up here. Down in the bottom, it has mic, camera, mic, chat. But if I hit that, it just kicks me out. So
Weird.
it brings up a whole nother bubble, is my point.
Oh, huh.
So I think it's probably because I don't have the app installed, but
Okay.
like I said, I'll install it and I'll be able to see it in a little bit. But right now I can't see it, if that's okay.
All right. Oh, Rebel, before I forget, I was going to ask you a question. Well, actually, there was a question here that somebody asked before we get too far in the comments. I don't know if you saw it. Pleasant Presents says, I got a bad record on eBay. Is there a way I can increase my listings while on probation? I don't currently have a store.
That one's tough. I'm stammering. That one's tough. What you need to do is, I think there's some kind of ratio that you need. You may want to start buying some low dollar stuff just to kind of get the feedback to get your stuff, your numbers up. So just buy a few things, get that feedback going. And then what?
I was going to say, even if you buy things that you're going to break even on, but you think they're going to sell fast, that way you're getting plenty of sales, even if you're not even if you're not making a lot of money, then you're going to be increasing your number of sales without problems, and that should help improve your metrics.
Right. So buy stuff to get your feedback going, but also list stuff that is going to move quickly. That would be the only thing I could suggest. And then don't make any more mistakes at all costs. And especially like things where you have to cancel an order because you can't find it or you broke it or whatever. I really encourage people to use that custom label field. Even if you're putting master bedroom closet, because that's where you put it in there so that you know exactly where everything is that you're selling. Because those are the big, I just took a defect because I couldn't find something, and come to find out like a week later, I found it. But it happens, and sometimes your system fails you, but you just got to keep going. And then Hannah made a comment about doing something with the Hustle Couple. And yes, we do have something in the works right now.
Awesome.
And we're going to be doing that soon.
I noticed they've started doing lives at night. I caught the one night before last, and then I forgot to check, and I was watching some of their old videos and I missed their live last night. But that was fun. So I want to ask you, Rebel, when at the end of the month, because for those of y'all who don't know, she's been selling on eBay for like 23 years almost, and I've been selling on eBay for like 5 months. So I'm still really, really new. When you get your notification that your report is ready, like for the month, do you download it, print it out? Do you immediately look at it, scan through it? Do you input that into your spreadsheet? What do you do with that report? Or do you just wait till the end of the year, print them all out, and do your taxes? What do you do?
I have GoDaddy. I'd use GoDaddy bookkeeping. I don't even bother with the reports. I probably should, but I've never, in all the years I've been with GoDaddy, had an issue with something being wrong between the two. So I don't even look at them at all.
Well, here's what happened to me just last night. I've been working on my bookkeeping, and that's why I've been binge watching The Hustle Couple while working on my bookkeeping. And we downloaded the reports and everything, and I just hadn't looked at them. So I finally was like putting together a notebook for last year and just trying to catch up with my bookkeeping, because I failed to write down really anything. So I'm just pencil and paper right now until I just get it in my head, and then I'll transfer things to a spreadsheet. But as I was looking through the report last night for November, I think, I noticed the sheet that says fees, and it said
that damn page.
What? The fees. Okay. So it said, let me get to it. Where is it? This one particular item that is really not worth anything. I just decided, it's like one day I needed to, have another thing to list. And so I threw it up there. Oh, here comes Emily. Hang on a minute. Let me see what my daughter needs. Can you give me just a second, babe? Okay, go ahead and close that door because the washing machine's on and it's pretty loud. I'll be in there and help you in just a second. Okay, so sorry, my oldest daughter has autism and she doesn't talk, but she's high functioning in some ways and low in others. Okay. It said item subtitle fee on this item that I literally had listed for $2.50. And it's at $1.50. And I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta close this door. Hang on. And this is on my November report. So I went and looked at it, and I had put my custom SKU accidentally in the subtitle fee. It was still in the custom SKU fee or custom SKU line, but also in the subtitle line. And that had relisted 3 times. Well, relisted twice, 2 more times. So I have paid $1.50 3 times on a $2.50 item. And I'm so mad. I was like, oh my goodness. So just to try to recoup my money. I don't know if this item will ever sell. It's just really like a dollar store item, but there's 3 other listings of the same item and maybe 4. And 3 of the 4 have theirs listed in the $8 to $12 range, and I had mine just listed for $2.50 because there's also one that's listed for 99 cents. But mine's the only one in my color. All the others are a different color. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna first of all correct the thing so it doesn't relist again. And so I took the custom subtitle off, and I just went ahead and raised the price so that if it does sell, I'll at least make my money back. But I am learning the hard way. Check and make sure, check what's in the report, because if I've made stupid mistakes like that, I need to catch it early before it, perpetuates.
I had the
all of
same
you
thing.
out there, learn from
You
me.
know how I've been talking about ending all of my listings and doing sell similar every single month. The other, just the last month when I was doing it, I got through 100 of them and it said $1.50. And I went and looked, and I had put my condition in that subtitle line instead of in the condition box. And who knows how long that's been going on. So, now I make it a point when I get to the end of when I'm ending in sell similar, I make sure that I look at that dollar amount to make sure there's nothing in there that's going to be charging me, because I started doing this in November and I should have caught it, but I didn't catch it.
No, you know what, Rebel? I saw that I noticed that on one of your videos when you were showing what sold, and it popped up, and I saw the condition. I saw the edited title right there underneath the main title, and I'm like, why does she use that? That was my first question. Why is she using this? I had a reason. You almost made me go click it.
I lost a case years ago because I wasn't using that square up at the top. In my item description, I put in my item title down in the bottom where you write everything up. I write what it is, and then I do my description. But then I copy that description and I put it in that other box that's above our pictures.
Did it always charge extra for that?
No, the subtitle is the one that's right below the title.
Right, but okay.
But the one that the item description. Now, my sister lists also on her phone, and she doesn't see the same blocks that I see. But when I list something, I have my title, my subtitle, the custom SKU, and then the item condition box, and then your photos. Gotcha. So, yeah, I always do. You don't get charged to use that. And I lost a case because
really
told me I didn't. Not everybody reads.
Because on mine, it shows like maybe I'm just not looking in the right spot. I'm waiting on my computer to come back up and I'll look. But what was I gonna say? Oh, let's see. But I thought that was a charge. I thought that was an extra charge for the item description right there underneath. For real.
No.
Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. That would be nice because I'll put that
on your phone. There's not 2 different places to type a description, but on the computer, there's 2 different places. Right. That's why I like to finish my listings on the computer. Such a weird way of listing on eBay. I've gotten I just nerded out figuring out how to list as much as I could in one sitting.
but have really good listings still instead of just flying through them. So I go in and create drafts for like save up like 20 shirts, 20 pairs of pants, whatever. And then I'll go in and create a whole bunch of drafts, kind of like templates, but it's a different. I go into the multiple listing starter because then it's just click next and you can change everything in there, but they're right there available to make your listing, you know, and then save them. And then when I want to upload my photos, I do that from my phone. So I save them and then I go into drafts from my phone and upload the pictures and make it live. But that seems to be the fastest way for me, unless it's stuff that I don't know. Now, if it's stuff like hard goods, I'll go in and find sell similar and or find one and sell similar more than likely. Create a draft that way. But
I
new stuff.
I only do sell similar from my own listings. I've never used somebody else's listing.
Really? I here it is. When I started selling on eBay, my daughter's 21. She was 2. So it was a heck of a lot different, you know. I remember getting postal money orders in the mail, you know.
Yes, and checks, and you go deposit it.
A whole bunch of my ex-husband's Harley parts, and we were getting checks. It was like we'd go to the mailbox, and whoa, there was just money. I would wrap up like a $5 bill in like 6 pieces of paper and send it. But so it's a lot different, and I just found it easier to create, either do templates and go off of that, which is mainly what I do. But like I said, like I have this Scentsy dealing my bob I know jack crap about, so I'm gonna probably go on and find a sold and then just, you know, fix it. I'm really diligent about that though, like every little
and that's the important thing.
And I think if I go learning stuff, it'll be a little easier to go off of my own items and stuff like that. But yeah, I have got just a weird way of doing it, I think.
Hannah has a question about global shipping. What you're going to need to do somehow along the way, you have opted into the global shipping program. Now, if you want some things to be global shipping and not others, you're going to have to go in. I don't do global shipping for shoes or clothes. I've heard too many stories about people getting zeros when you go to ship it or you go through the global shipping program. Supposedly Levi's is bad for giving you a zero because you're not supposed to be shipping stuff to the European Union. So I just don't do clothes. Plus I don't want returns on clothes from international buyers because the shipping's outrageous. So if you're wanting global shipping on some stuff, but not the others, what I've been doing is like all my clothes that I'm about to relist or do sell similar on, I do the bulk edit. And then you click on the shipping international under the bulk edit tool and you change it to no global shipping. But if you don't ever want to use global shipping, you need to go into your account settings and turn the global shipping program off.
Well, I think what she was saying is whenever she uses sell similar, like if I guess whatever she's selling similar from is global shipping, then that comes up. Right. So she has to go take it off. And that's why I don't sell similar from other people's items anymore. I tried it a couple times in the beginning, but I just, I would just rather start my own listing and put in what mine is, because my stuff is just random and there's not like with my sticker lots, I put together lots of things that are different than what anybody else has got out there. And so I just do my own thing.
But yeah, if you do sell similar from somebody else's, you need to watch to make sure it's not going into programs you don't want it to. Yeah. But I have a feeling, if you don't want it, then you need to just go in and turn it off in your settings. But I love the global shipping program. Now, I also ship internationally to certain countries only. So, once it gets to Kentucky, which I'm in Tennessee. So
I love that. I love that it can go there. I sold a $450 jacket. And you know how much they paid to get that thing over to Europe?
What?
Tons. But the only reason I sold it, I think, is because that brand was more popular. It was a higher end brand, but in it like that quick. But that was
Guys, I have to show you this. Whenever my daughter was helping me sort all this stuff, I got, for those of you that don't know, I got like 3 carloads of scrapbook stuff from a friend of mine who decided to quit scrapbooking. A lot of it's still new in the package. So here's a paper pack that is 150 sheets of only Frozen. Like the movie. My daughter was like, who is making a scrapbook that they need 150 sheets of just Frozen?
They're people.
It is just Frozen.
I always say,
you know,
I ask myself that question, who needs this? It's always a big fast seller.
Yeah.
But I also think mommies who are potty training probably would love to have that sticker book right there.
Well,
right.
it's not stickers. It's just scrapbook paper, 12 by 12
scrapbook paper.
Yeah.
I might pop off for a second only because I'm going to try and get it on my computer so I can see the chat. If I'm not here, I'll be right back.
If Amy and Dan are still out there, I forgot. I was going to tell you guys. So I watched Rebel like in her new videos first, and then I went back and watched everything. But then last week, Rebel was saying, "Oh, you should watch, the Hustle Couple." So I just took Rebel's recommendation, and I just started with your last video. So I don't know anything about your new stuff yet, except for that I did watch your live. But I'm just watching you from the beginning as if I was a new fan, and it's really fun. So you guys are great, and I hope Mojo is doing well. And I love hearing him. We have a very loud cat too. In fact, if he wakes up and comes in here, you'll hear he gets a little distressed though when he hears Mojo. He's like, "What? Who is that?" But he is him and his sister are our elderly cats, and they are about to turn 15, probably in, I don't know, March. We were trying to figure out we should have a birthday party for them and try to put little hats on them. So, but one of them we just found out has cancer, and she's doing okay right now, but we're hoping she can make it to her 15th birthday and still be having, good quality of life and everything like that. So
Yeah.
So what all are you shipping? Anything exciting today?
You guys haven't seen the video yet, but we went to an estate sale this weekend, and it was terrible. That's my word. Terrible. It was the last day. There was nothing. We were on our way out the door. Oops. Here she is. We were on our way out the door, and there were these books sitting on the table. And Robert picked up the top one, and they were 50 cents each.
I picked that one up because I wanted that one.
Well, he wanted the book because he's all about thinking.
I wanted to check it.
He actually thinks he's going to have a hobby when we retire, but that ain't happening because we're going to be traveling, because that's what I want to do. But anyway, he picked up this book, and there was 2 sold for $55, $50.55, and 2 listed for $50.55. So I listed it yesterday morning. Mine has a dust jacket.
What's the book?
You can't really see it. It's this old book on precision hole location. And I listed mine yesterday for $59.95 and sold it in and out.
No way.
It's starting to break up a little bit.
No way.
What, you sold it for how much?
$59.95.
Nice.
Instantly.
Wow.
So then you get in that brain thinking, did I underprice it? Or did I list it exactly the right amount?
That's awesome.
That's my sales are slow. And I say this because I also noticed eBay has started messing with item categories. What are they called? The item descriptions again. Because I got stuff coming up.
Item specifics.
Item specifics. You know what? I've given up on it. I've just given up on it.
They're changing them again, and it just seems like every time they change them, sales plummet.
Sales plummet, but it seems like once it starts going, moving along, like they get the glitches out. This, because of the last time we just went through this, I still have 600 and some to do. I'm just done. I'm not doing them. It's too much.
I did the required.
And I do the requireds too. And you know what? My sales, if I look, they're still the same. I mean, I do get to the lull. It's it's a big lull right now, but I just haven't noticed an extreme difference not doing them. Because right before this, I was kicking HE double hockey sticks right out of the ground. I mean, I was doing really well, and I still had all of those things going. And now it's just a little slow. And I haven't been listing as much the last couple of weeks either. So that's probably why. Now, though, I'm not an everyday lister. I'll list like in 3 days, I'll do 300 listings, something goofy. And then I'll because I like to build, like I said, I like to build everything up and then create my drafts and just go and edit function and just go to town. And I knock it out of the park that way, I guess. I don't know. It's just the way my brain works. But my sales are slow. Just this week. What about yours, Rebel? Just this week or last week too?
This week's been bad. Last week was okay. But like today, I have 9 eBay, but I have 2 Facebook, a Mercari, and a Bonanza. This is my Bonanza order. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to ship it. But it's some pasta accessories for an Oster.
How do you like selling on Bonanza? Is it just if it sells, it sells? Do you work it, the platform, or just put it up and let it go?
I just put it up and let it go. Whatever you list on eBay ends up over there. And it's the one platform. When it sells there, it ends it on eBay.
Oh, thank God.
The only one.
Me and cross listing. That was another thing I used on Vendu. And I love them. I love the app and everything, but their stuff was so glitchy. And I was taking a lot of listings from Poshmark over to eBay. And I think it served its purpose as far as helping me get all my listings over. But I had to go back and fix them all because they weren't putting them over right, or they didn't. It's just a lot of glitches. And I talked to them and stuff, but I'm like, you know what? I got all my listings over. From here on out, I'm just going to list on eBay, and my husband helped me list, cross list. And if it's something that needs to be on Posh right away, I'll put it on there. But I'm just, I have such a heartbreak with cross listing. I thought I was doing so good. And I get on eBay and I'm like, none of this stuff was clicked. The sizing. Oh my God, they turned my shipping. Every single item I had was 12 pounds. I know for a fact. I never put that in there. I was so diligent about checking it. So my listings weren't selling, and I'm like, what's wrong? Not when you have $237 for shipping, lady. It's not going to work.
Oh, my lands.
Oh, yes.
I love cross listing, but everything starts on eBay.
Yes.
It's just how I am. There's the most detail is there. So I've never had any problem with it transferring over to any of the other. Now, I just started Posh, so I'm not too familiar.
Well, see, the thing is that I can list on Poshmark so dang fast that it doesn't even pay to have a cross listing service. Like I said, in the beginning, when I needed to move 2,000 listings right away, I wanted to get them over. That it helped immensely. But I still had to go back, and I'd say I would say half of them I had to go redo, and that was just devastating in its own right, because that was another thing, Rebel. They were double listed. eBay does when you have double listings. They don't show your listings. So I had a whole slew of double listed items that were uploading back to back, like 3 at a time. I didn't know. Then my husband caught it. It was like, I was listed 3 times. And we went and looked, and they uploaded all at the same time. So it was just a glitch. But still, to comb through eBay and pull out, they have a thing that says, click here, and we'll show you double listings. But I don't know if it doesn't work for me. But I did. I had to go through every single listing, me and my husband back and forth, just like, okay, is this one there? Go check on another. It was terrible.
Yeah, that would be
oh man. Because what's the point if everything, if your listings are all screwed up on eBay? What's the point of even putting, work it, listing any more to it? If I had to halt and go backward, and it was a good month of going backwards. So to me, that was devastating. Devastating.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. I don't have enough. I don't have enough listings. I just have like 300 listings, and I'm still trying to learn eBay. So I doubt I'll ever cross list, just because I'd be too afraid of missing something. I mean, I'm even worried about, if I have a yard sale and put out my eBay stuff, if somebody buys something, will I remember to, get it, off. I will. I figure if I ever do that, I'll say, hold on, don't drive off until I take this off of eBay, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I would never do that. We tried a yard one time here. I think we paid like $50 to advertise it, and we might have made 80 that day. Not worth the effort in rural area. I have more deer in my yard than we ever have people come to visit us.
Same here.
Yeah, Lori lives on a key that has a lot of deer. So
little baby deers. It's like always baby season here too. Them dang deer are always pregnant. But they're like this big, guys. The deer are like,
the key deer are like little petite. Amy, they're petite deer.
They're little tiny petite deer. Okay, what in the heck is going? My internet is just. I'm surprised I have my iPad up and moving.
You stalled a little. You were talking, but your picture wasn't there for just like a minute or so, and then
yours did the same thing, Rebel. Right after that, yeah.
We have storms moving in, so it might kick me off. I'm trying to get set up right here. I think next time I'll have my crap together. Maybe.
Yep. Get my little bonanza order ready here.
And do you use? I'm sorry, Rebel. I totally cut you off. Do you use like the regular shipping? Like, do they have a shipping kind of like eBay, or do you have to make your own label for that?
They have shipping, but they charge a fee. So you get paid through PayPal. So I just go into PayPal and I create the label there. And it's like my slush fund. We pay our homeschool fees through PayPal, or, I might order something on Amazon and pay through PayPal. Because I don't get a whole lot of sales there, except this month. I think I've shipped 5
I was going to say, I've heard you say Bonanza a few times. That's why I'm inquiring.
I know. It's so easy. I mean, it's easy. You just set it up and it syncs, and then you don't even think about it anymore.
Well, that's the thing, like with Poshmark and eBay right now for me, just having to go in daily and, cancel my sales. That was the one thing that I was looking forward to having a cross-listing service for, but that couldn't get right either. I guess if you just make it part of your routine, to just go in and end the listings. But once you're up there, 15 a day, that gets to be monotonous, everywhere. But do you use List Perfectly, don't you, Rebel?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, I've never tried that.
It's just so seamless, especially, and I have a friend right now who's trying to work on how to get your listings from eBay into their system. But I haven't ventured that far yet, because I find it intriguing that I would be able to, like Mercari, supposedly your sales kind of go stale after 30 days. And I hardly sell any. In fact, I'm shipping one thing today, and this is the first time in a while. So I thought, it'd be nice to be able to go into List Perfectly, end everything on Mercari, and start again like I am with, eBay. Because there's no easy way to do it there.
Bump up in Mercari. I just didn't like it. I went on there. It was just like a Poshmark was really foreign to me when I started it. But it's really fast. I just don't want to learn any other dang platform. I don't think. My poor brains.
My favorites are Facebook and eBay.
I lied. I did try Facebook, but you know what I sold on Facebook really fast? Blow up yard decor, like Santa and those things. I priced them on Amazon, guys. They were only $75. I doubled my money on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I think I sold like a Santa. You know what I'm talking about, right? The air
Right,
blow.
the blow, yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
The inflatables.
Inflatables, yes. I sold like a Santa in a barn with his little spear for $150. It was like, what? And then like 3 other, different Christmas ones. And they sold the same day I listed them. Now I'm like, oh yes, I'm gonna list on Facebook. This is gonna be great. Haven't made a sale since.
I got my 5 listings started, so yay. So now I'm probably not going to pull them up on the computer until
I
we
still
get
can't
done.
get the internet up on my main computer, so I haven't done jack crap.
So what I'm going to do now is count. I have 2 packs that are open, actually 3, and I'm going to count and make sure all the paper is there. So if I don't like say anything for a minute, it's because I'm counting.
I'm gonna print a label here in a second. Get this Bonanza one out.
I should mute my computer while I'm doing all this paper.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, well, I did go to the Miami bins yesterday, so I got to go through that stuff. I guess I could do that now. It was like the wild, wild west yesterday there. Whew. I don't think people were just going through the bins to just throw stuff. I wasn't quite sure what they were doing. Like, are you just here to break stuff? What's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go sourcing again. I'm down to my last, I don't know, 8 or 10 bags. I'm ready for another trip.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I love it. My husband went with me yesterday. He was my buddy for the day, and he gets into the books, and he loves watching you, Rebel. He's checking all the plush. It's so cute. He's like, I think this is a good one. I'm like, honey, if you think it's a good one, I bet you it is. Let's do it. Okay, let's see if I can hop on this. The winds are really bad here. And
yeah. Somebody said you keep freezing.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to mute myself for a second while I work on this and just listen to you guys. Is that okay?
Yep, that'll work.
Because I might say a lot of swears and stuff. You don't want to. I'm really good at that language. Okay.
Everybody quiet.
Yeah, everybody got quiet. Elizabeth's counting, so we all can't bother her.
I'm just listening to you guys for now so I can fix this.
And I'm getting ready to print a label for Bonanza. It's going to get noisy. Somebody asked me last week why I kept weighing my stuff and setting them down. I've been using that bulk label printer. So what I do is I pack everything, write down what it is, and put the weight, either 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 12 ounces, or 15 ounces. And then I can go in and just fix all the weights and print out all the labels at once. It's making my post office happy with me. Instead of me taking 30 there and the clerks scan them all. They're much nicer now. They've always been wonderful with me, but they're happier now that I'm doing this for them.
But you have an issue with the bulk list losing, like, bleeding out.
Yeah, every once in a while, I'll be going down through the numbers to adjust everything right before I print, and it kicks me out. So that's why I write everything down, so that I don't have to worry about doing everything again, reweighing everything.
All right, I counted 2 packs, and I'll wait for a minute to do the other one. 2 of them are sealed, so I don't have to count those. I went to a book sale Monday at a library about 45 minutes from me. They usually have sales twice a year. I didn't think they had had a sale since COVID, but they tell me they did have one in the summer that I missed. They usually have them in February and July, but I usually wait and go. They do Friday, Saturday full price, and then they used to do half price on Monday, fill a box for $1 on Tuesday, and fill a box for $3 on Wednesday. So we went on Monday and they were already, I was expecting it to be half price, but they were already doing fill a box for $5. And a friend went with me. So I had already like I usually shop with bags and then I stick my stuff over in a corner and they provide these papers that say these are taken. That way you don't have to carry around your box. You can put it somewhere with a sign on it that says it's taken. So when we got all done, she had 2 big bags that were not quite full, and I had packed everything I could into this one large box and still had some left over. And so my friend said, "Well, just put the rest of your stuff in my bags." And and I said, "Well, then I'll split a bag with you." And she's like, "That's fine." So I'm pretty good at packing in books and tetrising them in where there's not a single bit of room in my box. And I haven't measured the box. It's pretty good size. I don't even know how many books are in there. So we finished packing the rest of my books into her bags, and I felt like we still had a little bit of room. And she's like, "Well, let's keep looking, let's fill them up." And
Really?
so I went around and I came back to they had a bunch of love inspired romance, like the love inspired Harlequin, which are like the faith based romances. And I had looked through them myself, but they had them on the large print table because they were the larger print. And I had pulled out a couple that I just wanted. And so I came back to that and I thought, I should get these. I could probably lot these up and, and just sell them all. And so I started looking at comps. I was talking to my friend and she said, "Well, let's get them, let's do it." I mean, she's not a reseller, but she was rooting for me, So I'm not even sure how many. It's unbelievable how many more books we packed into her 2 bags. And then she still insisted on paying for 2 bags and only let me pay for 1 bag. But it was pretty cool. So I have got to do some haul videos. But first, the next reseller video I want to do is what I sold like my first 3 or 4 months. And that's why I'm trying to catch up with my bookkeeping and I already have some footage, but I just didn't write things down like I should. So I'm going back through my reports and pulling pictures. So that's coming this week, but I'm also hosting a readathon this week. It's the Little House Readathon. And so I have a lot going on right now between book sales and live streams and readathons.
Yeah, I watched your video about your readathon.
Oh, you did? Cool.
I did.
Awesome.
Of course, did you see a comment?
You did comment to one of my reseller videos. I only have 2 reseller videos up so far, and they're from the fall, where I was kind of getting organized and what I was listing and everything. But I need to get on the ball with that, and then I want to start doing regular like what sold and show some hauls, because I've been buying some really fun plush and lots more books and all of that stuff. So for those of you that don't know, books are going to be that's going to be what I'll niche down to. But Rebel's influence has made me buy plush. And so every time I go to a yard sale, I went to a couple of really good yard sales this past weekend, and I picked up some toys and plush and things like that. So I'm excited about it.
You're just being mean now.
Well, one of them 2 weeks ago, it was nasty. And actually, it was pretty rainy and gross this weekend too. But both of the ones I went to had their stuff undercover, like up in their garage and stuff. So it was a little bit chilly. Not a great day for a yard sale, but still all the same. At least had them. Yeah, our yard sales are like right now to maybe April is the best yard sale time. Once it starts getting too hot, nobody wants to have them, and the snowbirds have gone, and people just don't want to have there. You can find some over the summer, but they don't stay open very long. Noon is about as long as you can get anybody to stay open because it just gets too hot. I don't know what it's like for you down in the Keys, Lori.
I am. It's not as like garage sales are few and far between down here. Usually
I'll be right back. My daughter needs me.
But I like to go inland, and my in-laws live so I like to go up there and hit some garage sales, in the spring. But I just did our outdoor market here for 5 weekends in a row.
Oh,
I don't know.
Like a flea market?
Yeah, it was so cool. It was
Aww.
it was so neato. I had come across it. I don't know. One of my friends down here, their parents were moving out of the Keys, and they wanted to clean their house out, and asked me if I wanted to come over and take first dibs. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do with the rest of this stuff that I don't take? And she's like, I'm donating it. I'm like, I'll have a trailer here tomorrow. And I got it all. And I took it down to the flea market and had a booth for 5 weeks and still sold some of my stuff and kicked ass. It was so cool. It was so cool. So had a bunch of stuff to take, but it was a lot of work. Holy cow.
Yes.
Wow.
It was a lot. But the garage sales are still going on. It's like maybe one. I'll have to drive over to the next island or something, but it's they're not like up by you. not like on the mainland.
Let's see. Hannah has a question. She said, can you do a scan sheet for multiple platforms? Right now, and she said Etsy doesn't. I do see a scan sheet for Etsy when I go to print my labels, but it's always just one item, so I never do
one for Poshmark. There is one for Poshmark, but I don't know.
That's
I don't use it because they email it. It just screws me up. I do my shipping one at a time, so that way I make sure I'm right. I've definitely shipped things to the wrong person.
Yeah, that's been my concern.
So I get so nervous about that I won't use it, and I just, like I said, I got my system down where I'm pretty, hustling through it. I don't know what's going on.
Rebel, did you see the next comment? Did you see the next comment from Texas Neon? Big estate sale this weekend in Dallas, over 2,000 plush. They're starting at 50% off. If they're starting at 50% off, isn't that the starting price? Yeah. If you start at 50% off, then that's the price.
Gosh. Don't we need a road trip to Dallas?
It's going to take the day off of work to be first in line.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I went to an estate sale one time because I saw a Animal Fair Henry. I've talked about him in that video that I did about high-end plush. Well, when I got there, there was so much plush I wanted. So I went and found the woman that runs the estate sale, and I said, how much for everything? All the plush.
That question.
And she was like, well, make me an offer. It was 2 rooms full of plush. And I started at 100 and she was like, no. And I said, how about 200? And she said, okay. I sold 1 plush from there for $200.
Oh my word.
It was a Play School Snuzzles doll, I believe.
You need to go up and smell it.
Rebel, how do you do with Vermont teddy bears? Do they do well for you?
Oh, I sold one today, but they're about $10 to $12 because they're so heavy.
Okay. There was one, we stopped at the Goodwill at the town where we were at the book sale Monday, and they had a Vermont teddy bear that was all dressed in like a knight's costume, or maybe not knight. It was like a medieval, it had a cape and bloomers and so like a royalty sort of thing. It was really cute, but this is at Goodwill and they wanted $19.99 for it. And I thought that's too much to resell.
Now, the outfit probably would have been worth it, but yeah, normally like the one I sold today, all it has on is a tie. I think I sold it for $12. So
okay. It was a cute bear. It was jointed, I think, like where the legs.
They're jointed. I love them, but they're like in the 2 to 3 pound range. When you I would never ship them in a poly bag or anything. So
yeah, anything like that that's jointed would be not a good idea.
Oh, for the love of the Lord. This was my biggest fear. Maybe I thought about it too much and it's coming true. With my internet not working. It's just a bummer. It's okay. I promise.
You've been fine on my end for a while now.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's. Oh, I can't. My main computer won't. It's not doing nothing. I'm just shocked that my iPad is still staying on. Anyways, well, I guess I could just go through stuff. I went to the bins yesterday, like I said, and I didn't hit any home runs. But you know how when you're walking out at the, and you get the people who dump their stuff before they go, and they're like, oh, I don't want this. And they throw back some other people. I always like take their, in Miami, South Miami bins, guys, is ginormous. I mean, like 150 bins plus. I mean, just big, big. And I found probably 4 or 5 things on my way out the door that I wanted to find out why these people threw back, because they're so awesome. And then I think to myself, it's like, maybe we're not looking for the same things, really, The brands I picked up are really high dollar brands. And I was like, why did they throw this back? It's ugly, but it'll sell.
I sold my little Madam Alexander Ronald McDonald.
Aw.
Oh, you sold him?
I did.
Oh,
I
so
sold
cute.
it for $30. It was worth about $100, but I didn't have the shoes.
Didn't have the shoes. Yeah.
So I'm thrilled though, because I paid probably about a quarter for it.
Where'd you get him?
He was at the St. Louis bins.
At the bins?
Yep, just thrown in there.
Did you realize that he didn't have shoes? Did you look around to see if you could find them?
No, I didn't even notice, and I did not know it was Madam Alexander. I just thought it was a cute little doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody, Resell Studio has said that scan sheets don't count as a post office scan. I always try to get my items scanned by a worker. I've not had any issues, and I've been doing it since probably September, October. Everything goes through, but I don't have a whole lot of returns or issues with things not getting scanned. It's always gets that first scan when it hits by that evening anyway. But yeah, I'll ask my mail carrier, my post office about that. Because I didn't realize, because if that's true, then I don't know. Especially when I'm dealing with high-end stuff. Maybe
I thought it did. Yeah, I thought it did, though. I thought it counted.
Because I saw the other day, the Hustle couple, Dan was saying that now the scan that you can do in the post office, mine's a rinky dink. It doesn't have that, but the scans that you can do in the post office at the kiosk, those now count as a scan.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Doesn't it?
Somebody's saying the scan sheet doesn't count, so I'll have to check on that. Maybe I'll contact eBay. Hello, Miss Courtney. I see you.
Well, I wish I could see the chat, guys. I'm sorry. Next time
That's
I do.
all right. Hannah says, I believe it was recently changed that the scan forms are now marked shipment accepted. So maybe it does count, because I would think if the kiosk counts, then the scan sheet should count also.
I don't see Noelle on here today. Y'all scared her off. You made her moderator, and she didn't come back.
Robert made her a moderator, and she ran.
I did catch part of her live last Thursday. It was interesting. I made one comment, but her chat was going so fast that she probably didn't know I was there.
Lots of participation. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good.
And I sold
so butter soft right now. That vintage Lucky brand leather.
Yes.
So nice. Throwback.
Oh. Ooh, that's why I want to start. Yeah, I feel bad for. Yeah, I had a wonderful mail carrier, and every day he would text me when he was 30 minutes from my house, so make sure I had plenty of time to finish.
Oh,
and
that's.
He would come and scan everything in the driveway, no matter if it was 10 packages or 40 packages. But he got a better route. And then now I have a new lady, and for a while she wasn't picking up and I was just taking them. And then one day she said, I'll start picking them up. And I felt bad. So I said, well, I'll start using the scan sheet to help you out. So that's what I've been doing. And now she calls me 30 minutes. It must be a point when they get on my road that it's 30 minutes to my house.
Right.
They call me 30 minutes before.
That's good.
Oh, my mail carrier we have a new one, and she doesn't like anything. Nothing. Like there's nothing she likes. Not a smile, not a hi, not a, can I do nothing. She drives around and she smokes cigarettes in her mail car. And I'm going, I'm not letting you pick. Like, I can't. I think it's hysterical, whatever, but I can't. You know, could you imagine somebody getting something smelling like smoke? Oh, God. I don't know. People are just crazy as it is. But she is miserable. And she looked at me dead in the face and said, I am not obligated to pick up packages. Pick up packages. Only deliver the mail. And just zoomed away. I'm like,
it's just as well, though, it sounds like.
Perfect. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, thank you, Courtney. She sent me a super chat.
That's great.
I just love her. Just love her.
That's Bolo Buddies, Courtney?
Yes, Bolo Buddies.
Okay, I love her too. We watched her on the way home from Miami Bins last night. Thanks, Courtney.
I'm going to step out for a second and go and heat up my coffee. I will be right back.
I got to get these clothes from the bins out on my deck because I just opened the bag to go through them inside and they smell so bad. I need to set them outside.
Yep. Everybody's got to go. Definitely, you guys, if you've not joined her group, definitely go look up the Bolo Buddies. She's got Facebook pages and several YouTube channels, but she's the reason why I started watching YouTube. And it was a totally different world for me. I didn't even know there were things like YouTube for resellers.
No, yeah, it wasn't that great when you experienced it though. The first time it was like
the first, and then and it was Bolos. It was like
exactly. And Courtney was one of my first people I started watching too. But I started when I started back up online selling. I started on Poshmark. So I started watching some of the Poshmark girls. And there's a couple girls that are just great. I love watching them. Amber Resells. I don't know if you guys have seen her.
I've watched her.
Love her. And I love the Nurse Flipper too. But I when I first saw the Bolo videos, it was like just Jesus. Just coming in and talking on Sunday. It's perfect. I love those things. I love
to watch ones where it's not my stuff. It's not plush. Although I watch plush just to see what other people are saying or selling. But, the crazy lamp lady, I love her.
Love her too. Her cute little voice. Yes, I love her.
Yes. And just, her hair. Yeah. I love it. I got to do something with my hair. I let it grow out.
My hair just keeps growing.
Yeah, I got to do something. I've just let it grow out till now. I got to decide what I want to do with it.
That's where I'm at with mine too. I'm starting to go gray, like really, really deep up top. So I'm thinking about just cutting it and actually pulling a Rebel do right there and just going.
I was blonding my hair for years and years, and I kept looking at the roots, and I thought, your hair is so pretty.
Yeah, I love it.
So I cut it all off. I went down to my nothing. And then it was really short. It was like 2 inches long.
Oh my gosh.
And then this is it now.
But it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I know I let my hair grow for, I don't know. Like I said, I have island hair. There's nowhere for me to get my hair cut down here. So it just grows. But now I need to make an appointment up north, find a person, and then just get this gray issue under control. You think they could dye it all gray?
How long does it take you to drive from where you are up to Miami?
It's multi-step to actually get your hair gray.
Yes.
All natural.
So I'm thinking maybe I should just cut it off too, because this is about how much it's coming in pretty white. I am, they say 3 hours, but it's not ever. So, or 2 hours, not ever. It's like maybe 3.5, 4 hours sometimes with traffic. There's only one road down here, like 2 lane. road.
Right.
So that you just never know.
Yeah.
Never know on that road, you know. But it's worth it for me to go up there. It really is. That Miami Bins is so good. So good.
Furlong Pole Treasure says, "Good morning, ladies. I watched my first Rebel video yesterday. Yay!"
Yay!
So I recommend that you watch them all. In fact,
Yep.
if you go back to the beginning, you'll see her setup with how she stores all her plush. You even see Robert's face in that very
Aw.
first video.
My first videos were just, I don't know. My sister says it's painful because I was so.
No, not at all. As Dan and Amy would say, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah.
Like Mojo, he's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna run. I gotta grab a box for this book, so I'm gonna disappear behind.
I
my
missed
pile.
the title of the book because that was about when she was breaking up. Did you catch it?
I didn't.
So I am very
Okay, I
bookish.
am
For
just
those of
gonna-
you who know, you might see my channel name, Lizzie Faye Loves Books. It's because I am a booktuber. Way before I was ever a reseller, I was a booktuber. So I do have a channel where I do reading stuff like book reviews and reading challenges and readathons and all of that. And I'm currently right now in the middle of a readathon that I created a couple of years ago called the Little House Readathon, where we're reading anything by or about Laura Ingalls Wilder. So we're having a live stream on Thursday night where we're going to play Little House Trivia and discuss our group read and all of that. So I welcome anybody to come and join me. And I do have a couple of reseller videos and I plan to make more. But first and foremost, I'm a booktuber on YouTube as far as my channel and all of that. So if you like to read, come over and visit. Make a comment. So Rebel, what was the name of the book again?
Precision Whole Location.
I think it's a machine.
What does that
It's a
mean?
machinist book.
Tool and die or whatever.
Like die cut die. It says for interchangeability
For
in
like a
tool making
machinist?
and
For like a
production.
machinist? Like a machinist book?
I think so. But
Interesting.
it was from 1946. I think
Wow.
that's
my
what I
goodness.
remember writing down.
And did you say Robert got a book as well? What's his book?
But that was the book Robert picked up. It was the only
okay.
thing we bought this weekend at an estate sale. 50 cents.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
And it's
That's
sold
incredible.
So yeah.
Oh, is that a puppy you've got there?
This is Willie Nelson.
Oh,
Willie
sweet.
Nelson.
This is Willie Nelson. He's misunderstood.
Oh.
Say hi, guys.
Hi.
He's barking at the deer.
Put Courtney's YouTube.
He is a Yorkie poop. Oh, who's mean? Are you going to show him your teeth?
He's just grinning.
Talking
Yeah, that's
salt
right.
and
Grinning
pepper.
at us.
It's misunderstood. Like it's mama. You want to go see them? Be nice to the deer. Be nice to the deer. Yeah. No,
I had primary on this, but of course, media mail. $60 book. But I buy these record boxes because I have a and that's if it's expensive like this, then I'm going to ship it in this with holes around it and hopefully
You don't have to ship it media mail if it's a high dollar book. You know, it might be worth it to ship it. I mean, for 50, it's probably
I
okay.
might see how much it's going to cost. I'm frugal. And they had the choice to pick 40. So let's see.
I mean, you know, if you want the insurance and the tracking and all that, nothing says you have to ship it media mail.
Yep. So they paid that and thing.
Okay, Willie. What do you want, baby?
Well, if I put in an A box, it'll be about $3 more.
How much?
$3 more. If I put it in a regional rate A box.
Mm-hmm.
I love those regional boxes. They work out for me pretty good. So,
you know what? I have them and I hardly ever use them. I forget to go look to see if it's cheaper.
you know what? I do too, but my husband is very watch every penny. So if he helps me doing any shipping or weighing, he will narrow it down. But if it's just me, I'm like, okay, this is usually those come back pretty. When I'm looking at the pricing, they come back pretty good. Willie, come on.
I must have about attempted to use one time. It's full of spider webs because
Oh,
it's my table already boxed.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Good idea.
Yeah,
But
that way it just protects their investment and
yeah.
keeps them from,
Did
any
they have any
risk.
other books like that, Rebel, or was that the only one?
That was the only one. We homeschool, so I sell our curriculum as we're done with it. But I haven't really done a whole lot of books, but it's on the agenda for next year. Yeah, if we find something interesting, we'll pick it up. But mostly everything that I list is homeschool.
A lot of what we find is $4.50 free shipping.
Yeah, $4 free shipping when you look it up.
No, not the homeschool, but the stuff we find.
Yeah. I just don't want to go there.
I do not know what is wrong with my internet. This is the weirdest thing. I've never had really big issues with my internet here, and it just is weird. I don't know. Maybe I unplugged something.
You're fine on our end.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get my computer on so I can see the chat with you guys, because it's just, which I'm fine with. If you don't mind me not seeing the chat, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I just don't want to ignore anybody.
Robert's on the back of this working, so he's been keeping up with the.
Excellent. I just didn't want to abandon y'all, but oh, of course, my mother.
Somebody asked, I'm in Canada and always wondered, do all the items you girls sell on eBay ship with tracking? Yes. Everything has tracking. Not everything, though, is insured. Right? Everything, even Media Mail has tracking.
Everything has tracking, even like parcel, everything. Your first class, everything you go through eBay with will automatically, give you a tracking number. I'm pretty sure.
I think so, but they don't have any shipping options for less than like $3 and something.
Right.
So like for me, I'm selling scrapbook lots, and I have sold like single packages that easily fit in just an envelope. And so the first time that happened, I had done free shipping because I thought, I can just put it in an envelope and with a stamp. And then I called eBay and I said, what about that? Can I do that? And they said, just contact the buyer and make sure they're okay with receiving it with a stamp with no tracking.
No tracking.
And, if you're on the up and up, then, then that's fine. But then that's the only ding on my account. It's not really a ding. It just says that I have 95% my shipments are like 95% verified, because that other 5% of stuff that I've mailed with just a stamp.
You probably could get that taken off if you message them or call them.
You think?
Just let them know the situation. They might take that defect off for you.
Yeah, because that's the other thing I forgot to say is that I made top rated seller. January 20th was our evaluation date, and I was so excited a few days later when I got the notification that we had made top rated seller. I was like, yay, that's so cool. I was swooping it up.
That's awesome.
But then the seal is not showing up on our listings. So I called eBay a couple of days ago, and I need to check today and see if they got it fixed. And he was saying, well, maybe it's not because you have this 95%. I'm like, no, everything says I have top rated seller. And, he's like, well, maybe it'll be resolved next month. I'm like, no, next month is too late. I want it on right now.
Right now.
If I made top rated seller, I should have an indication on my, on my listings that I'm top rated seller. And
that's funny.
Yeah. So
I love it.
Anyway, I bounced around from like 3 different people I talked to, and they're like, okay, well, I'll submit this and it should be corrected. I'm like, by tomorrow? He's like, well, I'm not going to promise tomorrow.
I'll be calling.
Yeah. I said, well, if I don't see it changed in a couple of days, I'm going to call back. So In fact, I'm going to look right now and see if it's on there because I forgot to check yesterday.
Lori, somebody's saying, show us what you found at the bins.
All right.
It is still not showing up.
It stinks. I was letting the bag air out outside. I'll grab it. Let me go grab the stuff. I picked it up. It was bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What happens?
I'm gonna go through that bag and pull it in, and so give me a second. I'll be right back.
Are you letting it like air out outside?
Yeah, so smell. I just opened it and got a whole whiff of Miami all trapped in one IKEA bag. So
the sun does wonders. I mean, if you don't leave stuff out too long so that it fades it, but sun stuff just takes out so many bad smells. When my kids were little, I had some friends who had they gave my girls some Dollywood dresses when they were little, beautiful dresses, but it was two older ladies and they had this smell about them, and nobody could ever figure out what it was, but they traveled with their little poodles, which finally, over a series of trying to figure out what the smell was, it was the dog perfume from their poodles, but it would permeate everything. Oh. And like they would give gifts to people and they're like, oh, I just can't get that smell out. I'm just getting rid of it. Well, so I figured out that if I hung those dresses out on our pool fence for, a day or two, and I would just flip them, that the smell was gone and it was perfect. So ever since then, if I have clothing items that I have a smell in, hang it in the sun, and that works wonders.
I've heard putting them in a freezer too.
Oh, interesting.
That's what I've heard. I've not ever tried it yet.
Huh.
But I've heard what? Yeah, and we have this
Odoban.
Okay. Plush. Yeah, if plush is really stinky and it can be washed, we put Odoban in the rinse cycle, and it just takes away that awful smell. I mean,
you talked about
something from a smoking home on accident.
Mm-hmm. You talked about using spray and wash on your items before you put them in the bag to hold for washing. I can't find spray and wash anywhere.
I use these little sticks. I love it. And
yeah.
It's just rub it in
Maybe
there
it's
really
a regional
good.
thing. I can't find it here where I live. Or Walmart doesn't have it. Where do you get it?
Walmart.
Like what store? You get it at Walmart? I searched and searched at Walmart. Could not find it.
Well, you send me your address in an email and I'll send you a stick.
Okay.
It's
awesome.
Wonderful. They're so convenient. I have one here and Robert has one with the clothes. And so, when we find a spot.
When you guys come to Florida, just bring me one and I'll reimburse you for it.
Yeah. I think I'll be all right. I think it's what, $1 or $2 a stick or something.
We'll exchange it for Disney tickets.
Yeah, there you go.
But unofficially, I can't officially give away. I have to give away my Disney tickets. I can't take anything in return for them. That's against the Disney rule.
Yeah. I went to that Disney in 1980. That's when I graduated from boot camp.
To the Disney Inn? It's a green it's called something now where it is completely just for military, but back in 80 something it was called the Disney Inn. Do you know that was my first place I was hired to work at, was the Disney Inn. I was going to be a desk clerk, and I never ended up working there because before I was to report for Traditions, this is in 1989, they called me and they said, well, you said in your interview that you wanted to do something with a spiel, and we're opening up more spots for the tour, the backstage studio tour at the new studios, because this was 89 when the studios was just opening. And they said, would you rather do that instead? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I get this notebook of stuff to memorize. It was a 30-minute shuttle tour that I had to memorize, but it was so fun. It was just great. So I did that for a year before I got into entertainment, and then I've been in entertainment ever since, until I retired last year. So it was fun.
I think that would have been my ideal job, to work at Disney.
It was a lot of fun.
But I'd have to be a behind the scenes kind of person. Believe me, this is not normally me. I'm going to get all these logged in. 12.
You would probably have fun working like at one of the stores where they have to catalog all the stuffed animals and all the stuff like that.
Exactly.
Restocking all of that stuff.
That was my job in the military, was inventory management. So,
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
My husband worked in merchandise before we met, but then he eventually became a tech at the show I was working at, and so that's how we met.
Okay, I'll show you a few of these things. This is it's And Other Stories is the brand. It's just a long maxi.
Cute.
Wow.
Oh, it stinks. Oh, God.
I was just telling her while you were going out, I was like, hang it out in the sun.
There's no sun here right now, but
that's too bad.
Oh, and these are super cute. I got a pair of they're vintage Juicy Couture linen pants, which are just super cute. Wide leg action, which I might just keep for myself.
Hi, Branning.
Nice Anna Republic, just a men's cotton with pockets. I can see Dan wearing this. Amy and Dan.
Oh, I was just thinking about something else I was going to tell them. I don't know if they're still out there or not, but did you see, it's been like one of their older videos where they talked about the Chet shirt, and it was on their Instagram feed from back, I guess from the, was it Larry David show? Oh my gosh, I can't even think of the TV show. And it's not a show that I watch, but just, I don't know, like a couple months ago, I have to remember when I saw that shirt, was going to, it is the grandpa sweater, and it's vintage, probably from the 70s. I think it was my dad's sweater, and it looks like it would go perfectly with the Chet shirt. So I think it needs a little bit of repair, but I definitely want to list that and see if I can get something for it.
That's funny. Okay, this is gonna go off.
I wish I didn't have that glare right there, but I don't have any other
Somebody saying
better place to do this.
Veronica, the boss, is saying hello from sunny California.
Hello. I have never been to California.
I lived there I've lived everywhere. But I lived there, I think, I was on a ship out of San Diego. And then I lived there for about another year. So probably about 3 years. My first son was born there at Balboa Hospital.
Awesome. And then you said you lived in Hawaii for a while?
I lived in Hawaii for 13 years.
And you went to college there?
Went to college, was in the military there.
Oh, how did you like it?
Yep. But I grew up in Europe. So when I say I want to travel when we retire, I want to travel the United States because I haven't hardly lived here.
That's awesome. How did you like living in Hawaii?
I loved it. Loved it. I still have friends and family there. Well, ex-family. But I miss the food. That was the thing I missed the most, is the food. Well, and being able just to go to the beach anytime you wanted. You know?
You know what? I can show you guys these. I got these. I don't know how these survived. I don't know how they survived anybody attacking the bin, how there's no nicks on them. But they're Jeffrey Campbell. They're still in the store right now. They're still on their website. But they're called oh, nuts. I can't remember what the, I'll look it up. But they're about 140 on their website.
Holy heck.
Look how cute. The little square. It's like a square heel, square toe, open toe. So I'm sorry, my camera's over here.
It's fine.
So I'm over here.
You're fine. You're fine.
I can see it so can everyone else. But there's not a scuff on these bad boys. Nothing.
Nice.
So these maybe in between 50 and 70 if I look at the comps. So not bad. Not bad. And
or if you wanted to just sit on them until they don't make them anymore, then you can.
I was telling my husband that. That's so funny you say that. I was actually telling him that because I couldn't really do comps because they're, you know, you can tell the three that are there with that have $130 price on them are probably from a store, you know, and there's really none resale. But this bag is also something that is pretty good because when you find these, they're Longchamp bags. Like they're fold up.
Cute.
There's the brand. It's got a little. You see it?
Embossed in the leather.
They're packable and foldable. They kind of go like so. Anyways, but these usually have like rips like right down in here, you know, corners. But the corners aren't torn, and it's a beautiful color. So,
Yeah.
I mean, $40 for this. That's not bad.
That's excellent.
Nice. What'd you pay for it?
It was bins. Like these are the two things that weren't really destroyed out of pretty much.
So by the pound. How much is it by the pound?
Yesterday I paid for this whole lot. I was $38 in. So
okay.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So that, and then of course everyone needs a kitty cat shirt.
Yep.
Cute. Very cute.
For me. Here's a brand I don't know, but I looked it up and it seems promising. You can tell quality, you know.
Nice.
Gracia, but it's really nice. Tent. Like, yeah, little.
Is it women's or men's?
Women's. It's women's. Let me see if I can stand that.
It's kind of a vintagey sort of style with
it's very cool, and it's very nicely made. Like it's really nice. I looked up the brand, and it's okay. It's an okay, but I didn't see anything like this, so I think I can maybe get 35 for that. This is another one. Now I looked up this brand, guys, and everything that came up was like in the thousands of dollars.
That makes you scared.
It does, but this is it. And I'm thinking about sending it to the Real though, because they'll, you know, but it's just this like a cardigan wrap with like a faux like shirt underneath it. And again, you can tell it's super quality. Puff sleeves, really cute. So I might send this one in to Real. It's really nice. Yeah, I think there was a dress I saw, Rebel, for like $880 sold, you know, for this brand. I'm like, okay, I don't, it makes me very nervous. But it's really nice and it's flawless. It's a nice top.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Veronica the Boss is asking, how many hours of work time per day do you dedicate to reselling? This is my full-time job. This is our primary income. So, you know, I work from 6 in the morning till probably about 4-ish. And then maybe a little bit in the evenings, depending on what I want to get done. But it just doesn't seem like I work that long, you know, because I enjoy what I'm doing. But yeah, I put in long hours, but I have a goal, you know. Right now, I have a goal, and financially, I want to get there. So I need to list more, sell more.
Yeah, and you know what's really nice about that is that when you put the work in, you get it out, and you can take a little bit of time to figure stuff out. And, you know, you can get to a point where you don't have to, where you can retire.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the goal.
To work now. I don't really give myself, you know, a day. I should have a little bit more of a schedule. It might help me just in the grand scheme of things, but I'm always working and I enjoy it. So it's not like it's work. You know, I know it sounds crazy, but I tell Chris, let's go, you know, do this, do that with reselling, thrifting up north. He's always game to go with me. So that makes me happy. I got a buddy. And yeah, I enjoy it. So I don't know how many hours. I mean, I get up and do certain things in the morning and then kind of just as the day takes me, I probably do, you know, 8 hours through, but I work at night too. Like I love listening to some of the night shows. So that's, I'll save up work. I'll only work in the morning and then I'll save up work to work at night so I can listen to the lives that come on certain nights.
I call it my file maintenance. I do a whole lot of file maintenance, you know, my ending and sell similars and cross listing and just whatever it is, my comps, you know, whatever in the evenings. But yeah,
definitely. And like, you know, that's what I do too in the evenings. The stuff that I don't know what to list is when I'll go and check up and run comps and stuff like that. So yeah, that's, and it's always going. I just do it. I enjoy it. second nature. But I have the goal too, and that's to get it done so that I can enjoy traveling and being down here. We have a boat, we have a charter business, a sailboat. So we're always out on that. And, you know, I can work out there too. So it's really, really good.
Yep. And I think this year is going to be the first year we're going to travel a whole lot more.
That's
And
so
we're going to make it sourcing trips. But I'm at the point where, you know, my sales would still be fine. My one thing is I'm teaching my 17-year-old to start doing my shipping. So I won't have to turn my store off when we travel. And I think that's going to be a big difference for me this year. That, you know, I may turn off Facebook and all of them. The sales are just so slow and I don't think it really matters. But eBay, it would be ideal if I don't have to put my store on.
You ship daily too, right?
Yeah, he'd do all my mailing for me.
Nice. I love that. I want to do the what's that certain mile garage sale that's like through the southern states.
That like 127-mile yard sale or something.
Want to hit?
Is that the one you go to, Rebel?
I do the one that's from Withville, Virginia to Harmony, North Carolina. But there's another one, and I think it comes right down through Knoxville. And it's like way up north, Michigan.
Like in early August.
No, I think the one I'm thinking of is maybe the one that you go to, Rebel, the one that goes across the southern, like kind of the states. Maybe that. I don't know. But there's one that goes north to south too.
There's one that goes north to south. And I want to do that one next year or this year.
That would be fun.
So I think it's more the center of the state.
Yeah. I say Knoxville, but it's like right past Crossville or one of those that's like an hour from Knoxville.
Where are you at, Rebel? Where do you live?
We're in Tennessee, right? Huh?
Greenville.
We're in Greenville, which is like we're in an hour from Knoxville. I mean, North Carolina, an hour from Virginia.
Oh my gosh, you just scared the crap out of me.
Oh, you scared us.
Sorry, Christopher. No way.
Uh-oh.
I guess you're like.
I just knocked Rebel's lights out and everything screaming.
Yeah, the lights go out now.
What happened?
You just threw something at me. It scared the crap out of me from down. House is still.
I put a shelf right here to try to stay a little bit more organized, but now my sensor on my garage light doesn't see me, so it turns off like every 20 minutes.
Yogurt. He's so funny. Drops me off my yogurt. Throws a freaking block of wood to get my attention because he didn't want to. Like, thanks, Chris.
Steph sells stuff by the seashore is saying, can you guys stick your links in, please? I guess for our stores or.
Well,
put your links in, ladies.
Is your so Lori, do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't.
You don't?
I need to get on the ball. That's what my next little feat is. I'm trying to think. Do you want the handle for not for YouTube, but for like my stores? Is that what you want?
Or if you're on Instagram or something like that, where people can follow you on Instagram.
What is it on Instagram? It's Love Bellas, LOVEBELLA. I believe it's .s. Yeah, I don't have access to the chat. Sorry, or I would post it in there. Yeah, but next time I will figure
out how to get in the chat. That's why
I'm on Instagram as well, but
I'm so sorry.
I don't think we can. I can't type into the chat, but Rebel can add it.
Robert can add it
in the description. Oh yeah, Robert could do it. So I'm on Instagram. I'm Lizzie Faye Loves Books on Instagram. I haven't posted anything there in a while, and I haven't posted any reseller content on Instagram. Just BookTube content. But I've been thinking about, because I hear people talk about selling stuff on Instagram, like, and I've thought about, you know, when I get organized better, listing, you know, books or something to sell on Instagram, but I don't know if I want to.
It's fun to do in your stories. I'll usually put up like my hauls, and I've sold a few things like that, just putting up, you know, what I've stuff like that. I had some girl find me on Instagram and then actually come find my shop and sign up and buy something from me. That was one of the coolest things on Poshmark. I'm like, where did I get this credit from?
Here's the really ridiculous thing. I don't know how to do stories. I know how to post to my feed, but I don't know how to do stories. And my daughter, who's 18, she's like, Mom, Honestly, it's not hard. I'm like, then show me how. She's like, but it's
Yeah.
not hard. I'm like, then you should show me how to do it. She won't show me how to do it.
Reel, and it took me all day to do a reel, but I got it. And now that I got it, I sat down and watched 7,000 videos.
Okay.
Like,
That's
I got
the little videos.
I just did it a couple days ago. It was my first, haul reel, and I loved it. Now I think I can do it going forward.
Funky writing and all of that.
Hang on.
You
I wanna,
is there another way to put Lizzie
When I get my phone back on, Lori, I want you to tell me your Instagram again. Let me pull up mine.
That's okay. I'm pulling mine up to make sure I give you the right one.
If you open it up, it just shows you that.
It just shows that. Everybody else just shows something different.
Okay, these clothes, guys, I can't do this haul. I have tried, and someone died in this place today. I don't want to make this bad.
Tell me your Instagram again.
Gotta go. It's hold on 1 second. Oh. Sorry, Willie Nelson. Mama's bringing sneaky clothes. It's LOVE BELLA.S.
She says she found our Instagram. She found your Instagrams.
Okay.
So wait, LOVE what?
BELLA.S.
I'm printing my labels right.
And then
all that.
You can hit mute.
Dot S as in so.
Sam. And then my Poshmark closet is only Bella's.
Oh, hang on. I didn't get you yet.
Lizzie, I have you on Instagram. I can find you, so I can if you want.
Okay, yeah, it's Lizzie Faye Loves Books.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I got you.
Subscribe to you.
Love Bella. Okay, I found you.
Okay, and then
Lovebella.s. Florida Keys Flipper. Okay, gotcha.
That's me.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, and it says followed by Reselling Roller Coaster and the Rebel Reseller, who are also people I follow.
But my Poshmark closet is only Bella's. ONLYBELLAS. Just like it sounds. Only Bella's was a typo and ended up staying.
She says she found our Instagrams. Guys, we're so technologically inept here.
For real, me too.
Do most things.
Well, I haven't even posted anything since my Happy New Year family picture. We went to Epcot.
Okay, that makes it easy.
Before Christmas.
I
gotta get busy.
And my eBay are the same name. Thought I knew that before this time.
Our eBay store is Meadows Mart, because Meadows is my last name. And I have started linking it in the description of all my YouTube videos, so you can find it there. I don't have much right now. A lot of scrapbook stuff and just a lot of odds and ends.
Okay, so for anybody in the chat that I can't see that wants to know my Poshmark and eBay, they're both only Bella's. ONLYBELLAS. And that's my eBay and my Poshmark. So.
Yeah, send me these all in the email to me, and Robert said he'll make sure he gets them all in the thing when we make the video.
Robert. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will do that. I'll send it.
That way he can make sure they're all in the links down below.
Very cool.
So Steph from Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore. What seashore do you sell stuff by? Tell us. We want to know. Thank you. You found our Instagram. So my my YouTube channel is Lizzie Faye Loves Books, because I am like I said, I'm primarily a booktuber. I've been on part of the booktube community for 6.5 years, and I love reading. 2020, when we were all stuck at home, I read 430 books, and I love to read a lot of audiobooks, and I love to talk about them. So I just started reselling in September. I took over the store that my husband had started, the eBay store, and he wasn't doing anything with it anyway and was about ready to quit. So I took it over, and I'm now top rated seller. Yay. So I've got to do some more content on my channel about reselling very soon, very soon.
What do you want, baby dog? What do you need?
There are 2 videos on my channel. You have to scroll back to the fall where those are called Lizzie Faye Sells on eBay. And there's 2, if you look for the thumbnails, the eBay logo is in the thumbnails if you want to see those.
Okay, I still have no.
San Diego. Okay, so Rebel used to live near San Diego, didn't you say?
Yep.
That's where Steph sells stuff by.
Yep. I lived in Chula Vista and I don't remember, Sun Valley. And then, of course, on a ship.
Sun Valley is where my brothers were born. Like somewhere like that. I think it's Sun Valley, California. I can't remember. Both my little brothers were born in California. Well, I wish this storm would either just move out or something here today.
All right, I'm about done. Want to see what I'm working on after this, after my packages? I have tons.
Oh no.
Tons.
M&Ms, yay.
They're everywhere. I'm sorting them by sizes and
this one's not for sale. This one just sits on the desk. It's my little friend.
How are the
I probably have over 100. These were from that online estate sale that I did through High Bid. It was just one of those bags.
Like High Bid, Rebel? Was it a good way to purchase? Like, I really think, because it's so hard for me sourcing down here. I need to really branch out and look at things like that.
But you've got to be able to drive to pick it up.
I'll figure it out.
I think the Nurse Flipper does a whole bunch of High Bid stuff.
She's close. She's close by me. I mean, not close.
She does a lot of them. But it's my one and only. I try to get on there, but it was like the only one. I live in nowhere land, and this was the one that was actually in proximity. I think it was like 150 miles or something for us.
Yeah, I really give that a whirl. I do. That, and then did you guys seen Hustle at Home Mom's newest video? It is fabulous.
The airline cargo.
Yeah, the
cargo. She bought the lost and found.
Yes, that was amazing.
Her husband made me laugh through the whole. No, shut up, he said. that was awesome.
Good. Now, see, I'd buy something like that, and it'll be full of Walmart. You know,
me too. And I'm expecting that, but I kind of looked into that. Was looking into not the same company she used. There's it's like you said, not lost cargo. It's something else. I don't have it written down in my office, but I'm thinking about that. I like mystery boxes. You know what else I do good with mystery boxes, honestly, are thread up shoe boxes. I kick butt on those. I pay $60 for 10 pairs or $80 for 15, which your cost of goods is so good. And at least 2 pairs of those shoes always pay for that box. Always. So I like that. I mean, it is a gamble. It's a big gamble, but you know, I want to try something like that, doing maybe a palette or something. But like you said, my luck. Ziploc bags, used ones.
That's why I've been doing the Goodwill blue boxes, and you know, that? Some of them are good. Not so good.
All right. Well, girls, I had a lot of fun with you today.
Yes, me too. I actually got something done this time. Before I just talked and I didn't get anything done.
That's kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm just talking, but like I said, I might have my crap together next time.
Well, yeah, I hurried out because my photography stuff and all that is in the garage, and so I ran out literally 10 minutes before I was supposed to click on here, and was quickly photographing some of these paper packs that were new enough that I thought I could, that I didn't think anything would be missing, so that I could go ahead and make drafts of those. Now I'm looking at other stuff that, like, this was open, and I can't make sense of this pack at all. And there's no label. I think the lady who gave me this stuff, I think this is just random stuff she threw in a package, because I can't make sense of it. So I figure once I get through all the stuff that's like pre-packaged, then I'll just start making lots of stuff that looks like it goes together. And, you know
what? It becomes easier. Like, if you need any help creating some drafts or anything, Lizzie, let me know. I'll jump on the Zoom with you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just saying to create multiple drafts so that way you can just sit and, if you're doing the same list or the same style things, it's really easy. And it's
good.
You know how redundant it is to list the same thing over and over again. So,
yeah, so far so good. And I'm getting, kind of getting the hang of things. Here's something though. Let me just put this out there. Here's something I need help with.
What else here?
I bought this little. It's not a GoPro. It is a Action Hero camera. And I have all the stuff like the chest things and everything. I cannot figure out how to use it. It came with one sheet of instructions.
You're asking the wrong chick.
Makes no sense to me at all. And I have watched all the YouTube videos are for GoPro. I can't find anything specific to this one. It's called Action Hero. It says 4K 30 FPS. It's got Wi-Fi. I want to do like book shopping. You know, I want to take it to library sales. I want to take it to little free libraries and all that, and do filming. You know, garage sales, whatever. But I don't know how to work it.
I'll ask Christopher when he gets home too. Maybe if Robert doesn't know, maybe Robert might know what that is.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Anyway,
it's called Action Hero.
You've obviously not watched a lot of our videos because we have technical difficulties. The other night, I had to tape something 3 times because the GoPro said it was recording, and I got all the way to the end, and I went to turn it on, and it just went nothing.
And I can't even figure out, like, I'll push a button and it'll come on, but then I can't figure out how to. It feels like when I turn it on that it automatically starts recording because there's a red light flashing, and I'm like, I don't want to be recording this. I want to be able to, you know, start and stop. And I'm so not technical. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I get for purchasing. I mean, it was literally like $60, and it got really good reviews as an action camera, you know, as the less expensive alternative to a GoPro. And I couldn't afford a GoPro price, and I thought, okay, I'll get it, but it just came with next to no instructions. So there is a sheet that tells me what each button is, but it doesn't say how to use each button or anything. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it. All right. Farm Girl.
Oh, hey, Noelle just got here. She said there's a YouTube
know.
video on how to use your camera. Oh, thank you, Noelle. But see, it's not a GoPro. Is that one for the Action Hero? Because I couldn't find one that was for the Action Hero. So
And Noelle, that's not me commenting to you. You know that's Robert behind the scenes.
Robert. Noelle, I saw part of your live on Thursday. It was very interesting. And you do that every Thursday, right? What's the subject for this coming Thursday? It is for Action Hero. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll have to go back, and when I go back and watch this, I think I'll be able to click on the link.
I think we lost Lori.
Yeah.
I think that storm finally hit, maybe. Wait, here she comes back. Here we go. We lost you.
Man. Okay, back. Anyways, girls, I had a great time. I think I'm going to try and get on my internet situation here because I keep getting kicked off. And
I think we just need to start making this a weekly date.
Great.
I think 9 was 11 better for everybody.
Yes, definitely better for me. It gave me time to get everything situated with my daughter and get something ready to work on. Plus, Wednesday is trash day for me, so I always have to get my trash out. So
the real stuff that needs to get done.
Yeah, you gotta get that done. So 11 was definitely better.
Well, 11 Wednesday, I'll be here.
All right.
Okay, let's just,
all right, guys.
Let's make it a date, and hopefully we'll find us a 4th. It'd be nice to have a 4th person in here. So if you're interested, please send me a video.
And you don't have to come every week.
Yeah, Noelle says her topic for this Thursday is strategy games for nerds. Do they sell?
Yes.
Strategy games for nerds would. Yeah.
Yes, Robert's nodding because he's a nerd. Yeah. All right, ladies. Let's again here. I thought 1 hour.
What are we at? I don't know. I keep throwing.
We're at
almost
2
2,
hours.
an hour and 53 minutes.
Well,
this was fun.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if
Lot of
you know,
fun.
don't feel obligated to always be here, but if a fourth wants to come and just we can rotate people in and out, I think this would be fun. And that way
Yeah.
lots of people get things answered that they want to get answered. So make your lists throughout the week or
Yeah.
send me stuff in comments.
Definitely.
All right,
I'll be able to read the chat next week.
everybody, say
All right, bye, guys.
goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.